I mean, we know that Mike Duggan's going to be running for re-election, but is he going to have any challenge at all? We haven't heard of anything, so we wanted to give you a call and see if you've heard anything.
Well, he's got one challenger. I guess there are about 5 people running against him, but there's one that stands out, and that's Anthony Adams, former deputy mayor, attorney, businessman, and close friend of Solomon Kinloch. Why is that important? Who is Solomon Kinloch? He's the head of the mighty Triumph Church, okay, which is no joke. If you figure there are 5 degrees of separation between any people, Solomon Kinloch has his finger on the pulse of no less than 20,000 people. And that's nothing to be played with.
So what's his interest in running?
Listening to his stuff, his rhetoric, it's that Detroit has gone off the rails, and that in terms of really taking care of its citizens, the people that actually live in Detroit and stayed there, and he's sticking with that. He can hit Duggan from everything from crime to the changes in the spending for Proposal N to freaking bike lanes. Okay? He can just hit him. Duggan has to defend that record. And unfortunately for Duggan, he hasn't done much on crime. He's let Chief Craig just say that crime increased because of COVID. Well, that ain't true. That ain't right. You can't just blame it on one thing. There's no reason for us to feel unsafe in our homes.
It would seem then that Duggan would be hard to beat.
No. There are a lot of people in Detroit that are really upset with crime. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people in Detroit that really feel left out of the new Detroit. I'll give you an example. I live in a neighborhood on the east side, and we have 2 riverfront parks here. One of them, they're deciding to build this brand new Lennox Center, on the park. And as I listened to the final presentation yesterday, most of the people on the Zoom call were my Caucasian neighbors. This new building, it changes the park in such a way that I don't think that the African Americans who are the largest patrons of the park really are given a good service to it. Okay? And you can see it. And you can see this change he's trying to foster. Okay? But, they feel left out of the process. So it's an easy thing to do. But here's the hard part. Duggan's war chest.
It's substantial. It's substantial, right?
It's substantial. It's substantial, and his access to money is substantial. Okay? You got to figure all the big contractors have to give. The small people that want to get in have to give. So it's basically the contractors against